Often, the road to finding your dream wedding dress is full of expectations and a lot of opinions. But I have to say, I really admire those brides who forge their own path.
In the heart of New York City, where the skyline kisses the clouds and dreams are woven into the fabric of everyday life, there lived a woman named Isabella Hart. By day, she was a successful lawyer, commanding boardrooms with her sharp intellect and unwavering confidence. But by night, she transformed into Izzy Blaze, the lead guitarist of the underground rock band Velvet Rebellion. Her electric performances, adorned in leather and lace, captivated audiences and earned her a loyal following. As her wedding day approached, Isabella found herself at a crossroads. She had always envisioned a traditional wedding, complete with a white gown and a grand ceremony. But the more she thought about it, the more she realized that the woman she had become, bold, fearless, and unapologetically herself, deserved a gown that reflected her true essence. Determined to find a dress that fused her rockstar persona with bridal elegance, Isabella turned to the renowned bridal boutique, Kleinfeld Bridal. Known for catering to every bride's unique vision, Kleinfeld was the perfect place to embark on this sartorial journey. At Kleinfeld, Isabella was greeted by the charismatic and experienced consultant, Randy Finoli. Randy had seen countless brides, each with their own dreams and desires, but Isabella's request was unlike any he had encountered. "I want a gown that screams rockstar, but still says bride," Isabella explained, her eyes sparkling with excitement. Randy, ever the professional, nodded thoughtfully. "We can do that. Let's find the perfect balance between edgy and elegant." The search began with a selection of gowns that leaned towards the traditional. However, each one felt more like a costume than a reflection of Isabella's true self. The lace was too delicate, the silhouettes too demure. She felt like she was playing a role, not living her truth. Then, Randy brought out a gown that immediately caught Isabella's eye. It was a black satin corset dress, adorned with silver studs and a dramatic tulle skirt. The bodice was structured, highlighting her figure, while the voluminous skirt added a touch of whimsy. It was bold, it was daring, and it was undeniably her. "This is it," Isabella whispered, her heart racing. As Isabella stood before the mirror, adorned in the black satin gown, she felt a surge of confidence and empowerment. This was the woman she had always been, unafraid to stand out, to challenge norms, to embrace her individuality. Her mother, who had accompanied her to the fitting, was initially taken aback by the unconventional choice. But as she saw the joy and authenticity radiating from her daughter, she understood. "You look beautiful," her mother said, her voice thick with emotion. "Thank you," Isabella replied, her eyes glistening. "This is me." The gown was a masterpiece, a perfect blend of rockstar edge and bridal elegance. It featured a sweetheart neckline, a corset-style bodice embellished with silver studs, and a dramatic tulle skirt that cascaded to the floor. The black satin shimmered under the lights, creating an aura of mystery and allure. On the day of her wedding, Isabella walked down the aisle, her black satin gown trailing behind her like a shadow. The guests gasped in awe, some in disbelief, others in admiration. But all eyes were on her, captivated by her beauty and the audacity of her choice. At the altar stood her fiancé, James, a fellow musician who had fallen in love with Isabella's spirit and passion. As she approached him, his face lit up with a smile that spoke volumes. "You look incredible," he whispered, his voice filled with awe. "Thank you," Isabella replied, her heart swelling with love. "This is our day, and I'm going to make it unforgettable." The ceremony was a fusion of tradition and rebellion. The vows were heartfelt, the music was unconventional, and the atmosphere was electric. Isabella had not only found her perfect gown, but had also created a wedding that was a true reflection of her and James's love story. Years later, Isabella and James sat together, reminiscing about their wedding day. Their love had only grown stronger, their bond unbreakable. "Do you ever regret it?" James asked, his voice tinged with curiosity. "Not for a second," Isabella replied, her eyes sparkling. "That gown was a symbol of who I am, who we are. It was perfect." And so, Isabella Hart, the lawyer by day and rockstar by night, proved that a bride could be both traditional and rebellious, elegant and edgy, classic and contemporary. She had found her perfect gown, and in doing so, had found herself.